Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change.
I'm not going to sugarcoat this, because at the end of the day you'll still be eating a dry cat turd. Hard mode is rough. Tears were shed, hecks were hecked, and what's left of my sanity could be sprinkled over eggs for breakfast. This is how the game itself describes hard mode. An experience for players with a deep understanding of threat management and close quarters tactics. You will be tested in every way possible. Yeah, in patience, stamina, willpower, and sobriety. I decided to run this in commander mode, at least to start with, as the odd perk would be beneficial, although I changed my mind later on when I realised that the stressed officers perform very poorly, and there will be stress. For loadout, I initially decided on a pepperball gun secondary with a taser, as I know that a lot of the missions either have a arrest X number of suspects or arrest specific suspect that's usually a complete asshole and will make your life hell. I also took CS gas in the vain hope that it had been fixed and was back to being a cheat code.
Wrong.
I went for light ceramic armor so I could carry the most amount of stuff and not have my movement hindered. For my teammates, they have a generic loadout based on my hermit run, which is one breacher and one wedger per team, and with any weapons I liked. Heavy steel armor to block the most damage since they don't suffer from the movement penalties like the player does. I took an SMG with hollow points into the gas station as I thought, this can't be too bad. I got humbled immediately. The next try went better, but the doubts around the CS gas started to creep in already. Once the suspects were dealt with, I grabbed the last civilian and got a decent score, but my officers acquired some stress anyway, because people got killed. I feared I'd be going through a lot of officers very soon. On to the streamer mission. Mum took bullets like a champ and lost a hand, but didn't die. She just screamed on the floor for a while. I ran into some trouble getting into the forbidden apartment. Gas was completely ineffective and Michael shot me as I was hesitating to try and arrest him. A bad omen of what was to come for named suspects. The UMP was letting me down, so I changed to a larger caliber with 5.56, but kept the rest the same. Picked up a few kills. Michael went down after taking some shots to the gravy balloon, but somehow survived. He just cried like a little bitch. Almost died. Tied up and moved on. Officer's stress was now getting bad. Performance was going to drop. Just like my own. I was humbled once again by a random guy straight out of the box.
Drop the weapon.
The stress mechanic was now getting tedious, so I swapped back to quick play, and swapped to an SMG again with hollow points for the short length and snappy behaviour. Which then blew this guy's neck out as he charged me with a knife. It was kinda gross. As a former enjoyer of Pendulum, I heard that Knife Party were playing in the attic.
Psych!
picked up more knives than a metal detector in London, and then got John Wicked by this crackhead with an Uzi.
Mission failed. Entry team, head home.
The age of CS gas is over. The time of the flashbang has come. I heard the line, "Civilians have been taken hostage," from Talk, and I just knew this would be a fail unless I could get a flash into him first, so I had to take the lead here. I heard the bag bandit try to mutter something in the language of a career smoker, so I knew it was him with the hostage. I just had to find him. I was convinced he was behind this counter somehow, not realizing there was a space behind the boxes at the back, so I made the mistake of sending the AI in literally 2 minutes after I said I wouldn't, thinking he no longer had the hostage. This is when I realized I was working with the Spetsnaz instead of the LSPD. And thankfully the final attempt went as smooth as Tate's brain. No hostages or deaths. Nice.
Doc to element. Continue with your mission.
I met my first death climbing the stairs outside.
Doc here. Dam's notified. Doc to entry team. Mission failed. The feds are on their way.
The next round I found Britchley running around, so I tried to chase him and tase him. But he blasted holes in me with his hand cannon while I was holding my dick in my hand.
Mission failed.
So I grabbed an AK and busted in the front door.
Lead, this
And then I found Brixley early on and he surrendered. Or so I thought. I panicked like a dweeb, so my cold, unfeeling robot teammates put one through his pelvis, dropping him like Will Smith dropped his nice guy mask. Dispatched a few more gooners on the way around and brought home the win. Not much to say about this one. Avoided the traps, which are in the same place as usual. Tased Gerard in the gonads, which is usual, and slapped his roommates around, then brought him in. No real change, if any, from the standard mode, so I'll take it. And now the game really began, and the insanity bar started to fill. I tried to arrest a guy with a mirror gun, and on a run that I thought went well, I failed to arrest 3 suspects, which confirmed that you must complete all objectives, and the score really doesn't matter. Oh boy, here we go. Walked through this trap like a moron. My team met the spicy end of an M249. And I thought I'd try a bit of whatever this guy's packing. But eventually I managed to double tase this guy's balls off.
I can't take it anymore! I just want to die!
Brought order to chaos, and then took a long break.
I'm just gonna stay angry. I find that relaxes me.
Now I knew these guys would be armoured, so I ran 300 blackout AP rounds, although it doesn't stop you getting shot in the back. I focused up, made liberal use of wedges, locked the suspects inside the building, and worked my way inwards. It only took 2 attempts and went pretty smoothly. At least I didn't have to arrest anyone specific, so could just pop people on sight.
He needs some milk!
Put a jam on that door.
That was easy.
This one is never too bad, it's sort of a refresh after Mind Jot. Threaded the needle with one guy, and wasn't sure he went down at first, so I punched Grandma in the throat, which made me feel like a badass.
Collecting evidence.
Talk reporting.
Then I found the dude I shot. Blasted my way into the attic. Tidied up some bros, and went back for coffee and donuts.
Down on the ground. Move. Down on your knees. Police, get down.
I was in high spirits and ready for the post office.
Element.
I started off with a pep in my step and balls in my pants. Until the suspects made me feel like the guys in Snatch going up against Bullet Tooth Tony.
You're shrinking. And your 2 little balls are shrinking with you.
Be advised, suspects are holding
This is going to be a long day.
Suspects have taken civilians prisoner.
What are you aiming at?
We're ready for it.
It was at this point I realised Adams was going to be a serious problem. He can just freely shoot at me with his 5.7, which seemingly never runs out of ammo, and I have to stand there and take it.
Smell like Betsy here!
Down. Hands up. Drop the weapon.
And even though I managed to arrest the cocky little banana here, it didn't matter. So I snapped and went full deep end.
You went full retard, man.
I kitted out the whole team with flash launchers, and these things are supposed to be busted, right? I made the mistake of reloading it before using all the grenades though. Spoiler alert, you lose the unspent ones. It wasn't perfect, but it was a lot of fun. Smacking Adams in the mouth with a hot can of beans was satisfying though. despite all that, I still got my ass kicked. But before long, it started to devolve into madness and death, just like everything else. So I went back to the locker room and debated using the M14, just so I could blow off some steam, and some chins. I unloaded into the target as a form of therapy and realised this was just going to end in disaster. So I dusted myself off, grabbed an AR and got back to work.
Suspect is taking refuge.
But once again, my AI went through the hostage after drinking too much Kool-Aid.
Why is everyone so fucking stupid?
And then one of them accidentally clicked Update Now instead of Schedule for Later on his Windows update. After throwing myself at the interior warehouse for the better part of 2 actual days, I decided a change of tactics was in order. I was going to clear the outside and try to pick people off on the inside to thin them out. Then I dropped my pants as soon as I saw Adams out there as I faffed about trying not to kill him. In the next run I managed to find him upstairs, but he bled out. No real loss there. Following this, I hear him take a hostage, so I decide to use the pepper gun. But it completely whiffs like a neckbeard ass crack at an anime convention. I retain my composure completely in this scenario. So I gets to thinking, 45 ACP with hollow points might just blow someone's knees off without killing them. Maybe. Works a dream. Mwah. But I die anyway. After a few more tries, I did manage to flash Adams. And then as I was gloating in his face, I get beamed from God knows where. The fading car alarm, a perfect representation of my patience. And cue the tilted death montage. The ump wasn't working, so I went back to the AR again.
The definition of insanity is
Something really had to change. I needed a plan.
So, what's the plan? Right.
Breach the front, clear the loading bay, tidy up the office, shoot the suspects, kneecap Adams, and die to random bullshit outside.
Okay.
Breach front, clear bay, sweep the car park, blast our way into the warehouse, clean the office, deal with Adams, and lose a hostage to random bullshit inside.
Suck.
Breach the front, clear the loading bay, sweep the car park, Bust into the warehouse. Clean the office. Flash Adams. Then kneecap Adams 20 goddamn times, realizing that AP pistol rounds do nothing to limbs.
The definition of insanity is...
Switch to a hollow point 556. Grab the soft objective. Save a hostage. Move into the warehouse again. Go outside again. Sweep the outside. Turn to the warehouse. Spot some dudes. Lose 2 officers. Bring order to chaos. Teabag Adams.
Go to the Winchester, have a nice cold pint, and wait for all this to blow over. How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah, boy!
After 5 cold showers and about a week of crying, I decided to kick the door in of a disturbed individual. I needed to vent some frustration, so I went in loud. Watching a woman run so well in high heels distracted me from the guy hiding like Shaq hides behind trees. The Valkyrie of Valhalla then tried to take me straight to Odin's mead hall with a right hook, but I dodged it like Canelo.
Look at him slip all these shots.
After playing hard to get, I tased her cheeks and settled her down.
Notify.
I then tried to do the same thing on Amos' fall, but he didn't appreciate it as much as his wife did, so my team put hot lead inside him instead. Somehow, Amos survived. And moving through the living room, I heard someone outside. But I didn't realize it was Uncle Free-to-Play from the Olympics.
Officer is down. We need evac.
Trying again, I realized my officers don't believe in taking cover, and were just straight bull-cocking it out the window. Returning to the beginning, like I'd just awoken from a fever dream, I set about exploding the front doors and laying down some law. Found Daniela on the balcony taking a squat, and gave her another tingle. Then I moved through the upstairs and into Vol's office, but he wasn't working today. I got shot at by the gardener. Moved downstairs using the exterior staircase as the interior one is a complete death trap. I spot this dude, I shoot this dude. I thought I saw Vol in here, but it was just a wish.com Vol. Back into the living room, I get PTSD, but thankfully no bullets. I shot some barbecuers outside, and a bin dweller.
Hello there.
And a window licker. I broke the birthday girl's teeth and cleaned up outside before heading towards the basement. I noticed I hadn't found Vol yet, and I just knew my teammates would shoot him on sight and ruin my run, so I left them behind and cleared Horrorsville solo. Before immediately shooting at who I thought was Vol. Thankfully it was just a body double.
This is Talk. Make them stable and proceed with mission.
I finally found him hiding in a cupboard in the kitchen. So I smashed all his crockery and then tased him in the chin. Bringing an end to what could have been a rage-inducing mission. I went into this one knowing full well that RN Jesus would need a thorough glazing in order to listen to my prayers. The suspects can be in a lot of different locations, and although they shouldn't start shooting hostages until about 1 minute 30, as soon as you press left click with anything that makes noise, they turn into Terminator. Except for this guy, who is here 90% of the time right behind this door, so an easy capture.
Drop the weapon and put your hands on.
Found another one and thought, this is going smoothly so far. Then I found out that on hard mode, this map has traps. Maybe I should have listened to Talk once in a while.
Exercise caution. caution. There may be traps.
Oh, there's a big surprise. That's an incredible. I think I'm gonna have a heart attack and die from that surprise.
Get on the fucking ground! Do it now!
Now my usual run and gun approach to this map had to slow right down, making me even more nervous about hostages getting executed as I fannied about cutting wires. I lost my nerve and my head a few times before I had a pretty smooth run and thought everything was coming up Millhouse. Then I dealt with the fourth suspect and saw no bring order to chaos.
EMTs and trailers
And I came to the sudden realization that there could be infinite suspects on hard mode. Disaster struck in the library. Kids were reading books. Oh, and I guess a hostage got killed. After a few more attempts, I lost another hostage. But on the final run, an officer got stuck in an animation and shot point blank, plus the civvy he was cuffing. Although the civvy seemingly bounced the bullet off his skull and lived. My guy was wearing a helmet, but apparently that doesn't matter. I carried on, found the last guy about 2 seconds away from asking this girl to prom and stopped him before she regretted saying yes. Defused the bombs and went on my merry way.
Nice work, entry team. That's all of them.
Before heading into the desert, I had to do the most important part of Ready or Not mission prep. The drip. I put my best D-boy cosplay from Black Hawk Down on and pretended I was cool while sat in my pants playing video games. It started about as well as Black Hawk Down, but with few helicopter crashes.
Civilians have been taken hostage.
This chain link fence was clearly a placeholder for that force field the cartel is known to use.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Excuse me, what?
So I calmly walked around and flashbanged it.
Get down on the ground now!
Then made my way into the tunnels.
Mother trucker, dude! That hurt like a butt cheek on a stick.
Once in the tunnels, I took a few licks, so decided to start sending my AI in first, as it didn't really matter if they got murked. Oh boy! This was when I noticed the busted AI in all its ugly glory. Their inability to go through open doors was staggering. And this ended up getting me killed as I had to then go first.
Fine. I'll do it myself. On me.
After punching some holes in the drywall, I came back and reevaluated my life, realizing it would be made better with a magazine-fed 12 gauge to play with.
This is my boomstick.
And this is when I found out about traps on this map too. With my newfound gusto, knowledge and toys, I set about finishing the mission. I wedged the 2 center doors and moved down the left tunnel. Moving into the center, I had to roll my eyes at the AI yet again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Spotted some dudes in the middle, so gave them the old boom and bang. Found this cheeky trap. Wedged off the final door and moved down the right tunnel towards the cave at the end.
Stack up. Roger that. Unlock.
I spotted multiple cave dwellers.
C2 flashing clear. Load lock. Deploy flashbangs and clear. C2 and flash clear. On me.
My AI teammates decided to log off, so I had to move to the center door and try it there instead.
Hallway left.
Gonna move on, back to work, chop chop, let's go.
Open the door and flash it.
I almost lost the entire run. Four officers dead, my pants filled, but technically a pass, so on to the next shit show.
Element to talk. We got an officer down!
Calling it a shit show was a little harsh. This map wasn't too bad. Your AI teammates, despite all of their flaws, are actually quite good at clearing small rooms. Well, the C2 and flashbangs do all the heavy lifting, but still. Problems arise when a suspect is either hidden or out of range of the flashbang or C2. Then your officers just throw themselves through the hole like kids at a water slide. The main thing they are not good at is dealing with hostage situations, as we've seen previously, and, well, neither am I, apparently.
God damn it! God damn it!
Exercise some restraint. Entry team, this is Talk. To say that this mission was a goat...
I got mad about it.
The situation is under control by some miracle.
The second attempt went about the same, minus the death of innocent civilians. Wedged the first door, and then made liberal use of flashbangs and sent my team in first for most scenarios. Cleared the top floor, but do not go into the balcony room as people can shoot you from underneath. Flashed into the main room, cleared it, and then jammed the door.
Drop it now!
Before clearing the dining room. Moved out into the lovely weather before making my way to the kitchen, where the last run had met its fateful end. I had a near panic attack when defusing this trap. I lost one officer, I mean, why not? Another jump scare. Lost a second officer because they turn around like boats. But the remaining two officers found the last guy, so I could retire now, right?
Turn around slowly.
Solomon, this is Talk. Make them stable and proceed with mission.
Arrest Kadama. Those two words sent chills up my spine. We already saw how it went on Grease Palms with Agent Adams. And this level has equal numbers of bullshit angles and glory holes for Suspect to stick their barrels into, not to mention the guys that decided to eat enchiladas drenched in petrol. I inhaled ample copium in the form of "my shotgun will save me" and charged in. I then found out you can't shoot through these fences. Physics. Got a few more angry boys before meeting my demise. The looming fear of accidentally killing Kadama and slogging through this mission for another 30 minutes made me do something irrational. I picked up the Hermit Hero beanie, tucked my nuts out of the way, and attempted my first hard mode S rank. Within seconds, the game said "fuck you" and bugged a civilian out. I carried on, hoping he would reset his behavior by the time I got back to him. One of the suspects bum rushes my guy and then executes one of his own. Knowing my S rank was out the window, I tried to at least complete the mission.
Police, get down!
Do you remember how I said, "Don't go into the balcony on the hotel mission"? Well, I ignored my own advice completely and went onto the balcony in the nightclub. I got so lit up that the next guy who saw me only had to breathe in my direction and I fell over. On the next attempt, I made the mistake of trying to close the door to the dance floor. Yeah, just don't. Luckily on the following attempt, it was already closed, so I jammed that motherfucker. This is the usual spot for bomb room men to hide, so I peeked it and just slapped him in the shoulder. Then jammed the next two doors, bottom floor, fully jammed. But once upstairs, I went around a corner just a smidge too quickly. On the next attempt, I got blasted before even stepping foot in the building.
Are you serious right now, bro?
That was an easy restart.
Continue with objective.
Then I started eating my 3-course meal of stare-flavored bullshit. This was the starter. This was the main course. I'd asked for no onions, but it came out with extra, and it was cold. And for dessert, a pineapple with the skin on. After that, RNGesus had finished jacking it to my misfortune and went to lie down because the stairs were finally clear.
Get in the ground now.
I nearly sampled this guy's new Tex-Mex dip.
Hands up, drop your knees. Keep your hands up. Hands on your head. Neck down on the ground. Move.
I cleared the upstairs fairly smoothly and found out who ate all the gummy bears. Took one look at the mezzanine and said,
Hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no.
took one look at the dance floor and said,
No, 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 no.
So I headed back downstairs, and through the doors I wedged earlier and into the sauna and bar area. One of my guys actually pulled his weight and shot somebody. I was shocked. Then I spotted some perverts in the women's bathroom, so decided to join them. I mean arrest them. The mirror gun did me a solid here.
Oh, hi, Mark.
This guy got smoked. But then I realized I still hadn't found Kodama, which irked me greatly, knowing I could still lose this run. Then I remembered my earlier nope near the downstairs bathroom, and figured he must be there. Lo and behold, there's his ugly mug. And after a bit of a bum clencher of a final showdown, the mission was complete, marking my first S rank on hard mode. And my last. Oh, I sang hallelujah, as there are no primary suspects on the car dealership. Perfect, I thought. I could just go full lethal and it would be a walk in the park. If the park was full of armed human traffickers in the middle of a rain-drenched night and it was made of concrete and sadness. I went 0 dark 30 and started cleaning up.
Police, hands up now. Drop the weapon and put your hands on your head.
Until I had to go inside. This dude gave me hope that the enemies had suddenly gone full Unga Bunga and I could take them out with a crack squad of elite counter-terrorist operators. But I was whipped out of my delusions and it turned into that bar scene from Inglourious Bastards. After pulling bits of keyboard out of my forehead, I then pulled my socks up and got to work. I locked all the perps inside the building, or at least from this side.
Block that door.
Dock to entry team. Continue mission.
Tidied up the front porch and worked the garage. Spotted the satanic mechanic practicing his line dancing outside.
Baby, lock them door and turn the lights down low.
So I let off some party poppers. I perforated his dance partners and then went back into the garage.
Notifying trailers.
You okay there, buddy? Back outside, the fight continued. I nearly got raw dogged in the ear, but my team cock-blocked that attempt. After a crisp flashbang from my teammates, we jammed up some more doors and cleared the car park, before going interior. The corridor offered less of a complete fucking this time, and I made sure to mirror gun the office until I was rudely interrupted. Sit down! Grabbed the soft objective, and breached into the showroom. Once back in the main room, the remaining suspects all decided to rush us like Leroy of the Jenkins family. Checking the door, I found a stair dweller who must have been out getting pizza when the attack order was given. I took a slice and sent him on his way, bringing order to chaos in the process. Once I located the target with too many holes in his head, I tied up the last civilians and we headed in for coffee and donuts. Again. This seems to be happening a lot.
Entry team, first round's on me tonight.
Now we're back to sunshine and roses, and a cult of murderous women. With two marked for arrest, Elaine Raskin and Eve Nader. Both are wearing long brown coats, so stand out from the rest, who are all in white dresses. Eve is only a civilian, so she won't fight back, but she will run from you. Elaine, on the other hand, is an ex-USIA agent, knows how to use a gun, and will give it the bollocks whenever you see her. That said, as she is easy to identify, I'm not taking Beanie, and I hope to subdue her with flashes or the old-fashioned Adam's knee tap. These gals weren't messing around.
Trailers incoming. Proceed with caution.
After a few juicy gunfights and getting shot up a bit outside, my guy here fires just 2 shots. And the shooting stops. Well done, I thought, blind to the pop-up at the bottom of the screen. And that's when I found Elaine missing most of her face. To be fair, it was a hell of a shot by my guy. I couldn't be too mad, but it did mean a restart. The next attempt, Elaine gave me a good lick through the windows. So I gave her the Adams treatment.
My leg!
Then once I got to the church, I choked hard.
Get down, I want to see hands.
2 shotguns in 1 staircase. Oof. Which wasn't actually as bad as taking a mag dump from an M14 at close range. Gotta respect that lady's recoil control, honestly. But once I pulled my head out of my ass, I managed to get it done. Starting strong with gunfights in the kitchen and garden. I got my back shaved through a fence hole, bringing me low on health. So it was time to send the team in.
Release the hounds.
I played some Time Crisis in the main hall before wedging the door and moving on to the dorms.
Continue with your
Enter the room and clear.
Cleared the small garden. Eve can sometimes be out here, but she wasn't this time. Then moved through to the main building, wedging the exterior door for flankers and moving through to one of the 3 areas that Elaine likes to be. She was on holiday, so I cleared the tower and then scanned for basement dwellers.
Hands up, drop to your knees. Get down.
Going through the greenhouses next, I made my way around the back of the main buildings. And hearing who I thought was Elaine, I gave her the old flash and tickle. But once I realised it wasn't, she lost all her privileges. Moving on to the next building, I heard some very unique voice lines that confirmed it was Elaine.
Make them know everything that you went through.
Suspect, you can say evidence. Good to go.
You do.
Ooh, that's a bingo. C2 flashing clear.
So armed with the knowledge, I blew up some doors. And after a bit of hide and seek, I found her in the bathroom and launched some hand-carved mahogany straight into her chin.
Police, get your hands up.
Judge then took this opportunity to get a squeeze in, forgetting his body cam was still on.
Bad touch, stranger danger.
Mopping up the stragglers in the courtyard, it was time to go to church so Judge can confess his deviant crimes. A quick flashbang over the bush to announce my arrival, and I blew a hole in the door, where we ran into Eve.
Stay on me. Deploy flash. Center and clear.
Taking no chances on the stairs, I sent in the attack dogs again, who tagged the last 2 suspects and brought home the win. There are 3 main difficulty spikes in this game, one at the post office, one at the nightclub, and one at the hospital. They're all huge maps with nasty angles, suspects on high alert from kickoff with big guns, and a named suspect who will do everything in their power to cheese you off. This map's gremlin is called Zahir, otherwise known as Kadama. Yes, that Kadama from Neon Tomb. Even if you ripped his head off in the nightclub, canonically he survives and his frat bros come to the rescue, so we have to blow out his other knee. Instead of trying to go non-lethal like the nightclub, I use the same tactic as the farm in that he's easy enough to identify and only spawns in like 2 areas, so I could deal with him easily. Yes, easily. This is how it went. That little soundbite gives me nightmares. It now means I have to take the lead through every door until the hostage has been rescued. It is almost always Zahir, so I can't just shoot him in the face and save the hostage. I have to try and blow his shins off or flashbang the room he's in. I found him. Should be an easy arrest. 1 flashbang should do the trick.
I'll do it. Let's blow it.
Why did I use the AI instead of doing it myself? The C2 was far away, flashbang fell short, and my team got their friend or foe programming out of a bargain bin. I shotgunned a few more suspects in frustration and lost a civilian in the crossfire.
Talk here. Stabilize.
I browned my pants a little when I saw Senor Bomb Vest lurking in this corner. Can't pull the cord with no hands though, eh? Then I witnessed a hit and run.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Painted a ceiling. And found Zahir running around barefoot. But my squad decided to stop tippy-toeing around, throw the doors open and just perforate him. But I didn't see the mission fail pop up, so I went back to blowing doors up and blowing arms off. Then I got to part 2 of chapter 3 of my descent into complete insanity, the bomb room, with its multiple angles, multiple suspects, and a small entryway. But before I had a chance to try it again, RN Jesus, back from his nap after his Neon Tomb jerk sesh, decided to run stairs.exe again. After a couple of bad duels, and then almost losing Zahir again, I managed to get back to the bomb room. This time I went up the opposite staircase to see if I could get a better angle. I found out that these doors are open more often than not, with no way to close them without exposing yourself.
Close that door.
But then let's hide.
And forget about using the AI to do it, they're on strike.
Hands up, do it now.
After managing to bravely close the door myself, I set my new master plan in motion. splitting red and blue team on both staircases, using C2 and flash, and then storming the room. This was the SAS siege of the Iranian embassy. This was operator as fuck. Okay, so it was good in theory, but I was determined to make it work. I did have to collect a few more L's on the way there, though.
Fuck!
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine, and you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I even gave Zahir a few more holes in his pelvis, which he survived. And once back at the bomb room, this attempt went a bit smoother. Defused the bomb and then moved on to the walkway. Before getting rushed and completely filled in. But that was the farthest I'd made it so far, so there was hope. I switched back to an AR because if I missed shots with the shotgun, the follow-up pump took far too long.
Giggity giggity, giggity goo. Stick around.
Found Zahir with a hostage here. Yeah, that rhymes. So I gave him a door facial. Then I basically cleared the bomb room from one spot. I decided to send my team in one door, as I'd pretty much cleared this floor already. Or so I thought. Shot a screamer. Defused the bomb. And then got over the walkway. Almost. Then after a bunch of bumfuckery at the bomb door again, I lost my cool.
I can't believe it!
Doc reporting. Proceed with your mission.
And then my face. At this point I took a breather, made a cuppa, and looked at some grass from the window. Then I went back in, one last time. I John Wicked to the bottom floor. Gave Zahir the patented Adam knee tap. But I almost fell for this trickery. Until I saw a gun barrel of an AK, so I slammed the door into his teeth. Did the old peek and poke upstairs. And set up the double penetration.
Post up and cover the area. Go, go, go!
After the go command, 4 suspects got taken out in under a second, which made me just a little bit moist. Turns out 3 got smacked by 1 door. What a result. Defused the bomb, cleared the walkway. And reenacted the double penetration goodness on the second bomb room.
Stack up.
This again worked like a dream. I defused the second bomb and realised I was into the endgame now. So we swept the rest of the floor before moving down to the main lobby. I went corner by corner, room by room, smoothly. Until the final room, with the centre desk and lots of angles. I almost lost the run here and my sanity completely, but I managed to cool off while sweeping up the last civilians and leaving this godforsaken map. This was it, the finale. It wasn't that long ago I completed this mission for the Hermit Guide, and I remember doing it in one try with fond memories of flowers and gumdrops. But this was hard mode. I grabbed a larger caliber weapon, thinking it would make a difference, despite knowing that 300 blackout is the better round. I just wanted to put some holes in things.
Trust to your knees.
Civilians have been taken hostage.
I must have cleared half of the map from this one spot. But then this large unwieldy gun got in my way. Not to mention these windows with the one-way shooting enabled. This has since been patched, but I had to slog through it. I managed to survive this onslaught, but I got greedy with some handcuffing here and paid the price. So I went back to using 5.56. Not that it helped much, it took even more shots to kill them.
Drop secure.
Doc here. Forensic standing by.
And got killed once more by Schrodinger's window. So I circled all the way back to a 300 blackout weapon, which I should have just used from the start. The AR-18. And then swallowed some more glass again.
Move in, clear the room. Move in, clear.
I lost some officers here to sudden blindness and rapid onset holes in the skull.
Do your job and proceed with your mission. Understood?
Put the other guy back on. We'll talk later.
No, we won't be. By the L. Proceed with the mission.
And a sharp rise in window-related violence caught up with me yet again.
Entry team to talk. One suspect down, requesting immediate medical.
A few more failures started stacking up, including me getting this crisp shot on a civilian. Hey, he was wearing black. How was I to know?
You stupid!
My reward was getting sniped through yet another one-way window from across the map.
The definition of insanity is
I was convinced I'd witnessed all the bullshit this map had to offer at this point, so I just started the grind. Although it got to the point where I was trying too hard. I lost an officer, I got cheesed off, and thought, screw it, I'm grabbing a meme cannon. G3, hollow points, big useless scope, no suppressor. Let's have some fun. I don't really know what I was expecting, but I wasn't going to let this put me off. I decided instead of going through the containers and out to the fuel depot, I decided to go left, clear the small cabins, clear the tower, and then the fuel depot, before moving into the warehouse. This route would give me the most cover and fewest angles to work with. I jammed all the exterior warehouse doors, locking all the slimes inside.
Put a jam on that door. Put a jam on that door.
I think his mate saw me.
Yes, yes it is.
During the various shootouts on this mission, I started to realize that this gun was unironically working. Although upon reviewing the footage, I realized it was because I was playing entirely more carefully to compensate for the god-awful scope and long barrel. But it was fun at the time. After jamming the final door, I made my way up the tower. Came up with a bright idea. I was going to pioneer the LSPD's new elite sniper team. I only got to shoot one guy though. But it did offer me a vantage point to send my team out and clear this cabin, so I made the most of it. I joined them at the bottom, cleared the area, and made our way back through the containers, and onto the warehouse for the final showdown. My butt was clenched, as this was the final area, and it was a rat's nest of angles. Landed a naughty shot on this guy though. I braced myself to clear out the ocean containers, knowing that this ship's cannon of a weapon just wouldn't fit around the corners, and then something unexpected happened.
Over there.
The local gimp came out for a frolic. Like a timid deer, he gave us a sniff and ran off. After finding the last civilian and grabbing the soft objective, the mission was over. There it is. The achievement popped up, signifying the end of this run, the end of my tether, and the end of Ready or Not hard mode. Oh wait, there's DLC!
Oh Jesus. No. Oh fuck you!